Now, the family of a man who was shot dead by police in Edgware has urged an inquiry to rule that his death was an unlawful killing. Azelle Rodney was shot 6 times after the car he was stopped by officers by officers in April 2005. The lawyer for the police marksman who opened fire said he honestly believed that Mr. Rodney was reaching for a machine gun. The details now from Piers Hopkirk.
He was not a monster nor a terrorist. He was not an enemy of the state, and he deserved the right to surrender. This is how the legal team acting for Azelle Rodney's family summed up their concerns today on the conclusion of the inquiry into his death.
It's now up to the judge really to go away and make his findings, and I just hope that once he comes back with those findings I can finally get justice for Azelle.
It was April the 30th, 2005 that 24-year-old Azelle Rodney was shot dead by an armed policeman outside a pub in Edgware. Intelligence led officers to believe he and 2 others were armed and on their way to rob Colombian drug dealers. But they were being watched and followed by armed officers. This police video captures the moment their car was stopped, and one officer fires 8 shots at Mr. Rodney, killing him instantly.
Right. Yeah, sweet as.
This operation went badly wrong that day. They could have, they should have stopped these men in Harlesden. It's very likely there would have been no shots fired that day, no tragedy, no loss of life. They would have got the men, they would have arrested them, put them through the criminal justice process, but that didn't happen that day. Instead, we ended up with what Susan has felt and what we consider is effectively an execution.
Helen Shaw is a legal campaigner supporting Azelle Rodney's family.
We are really concerned about the mismanagement, the shambolic, chaotic management of what was a very sensitive and potentially dangerous operation on the streets of London.
Lawyers acting for the police maintain it was a high-pressure situation, saying whatever decisions they made them with the intention of protecting life, not taking it. Claims the firearms officer, known as E7, was trigger-happy, were denied. His barrister, Samantha Leake QC, said it's a matter of great regret that he took the life of Azelle Rodney, but in the circumstances, in order to protect the lives of his colleagues in a split-second decision, he believes he had no other option. After hundreds of witnesses and witness statements and thousands of pages of evidence submitted in hearings lasting more than 2 years, the Azelle Rodney inquiry is now finally at a close. The inquiry's chairman, Sir Christopher Holland, will now go away and consider the evidence before returning with his findings in spring next year. Piers Hopkirk, London Tonight, Holborn.